Welcome to Open History channel. Be sure to subscribe and like so you don't miss out on more video like this one.
In 1931, Charlie Chaplin visited Winston Churchill and his family at Chartwell House in Kent. The silent film icon and the statesman shared a rare moment of friendship, long before Churchill became Prime Minister during World War II. Between 1941 and 1945, this soldier's face tells the story of war, etched with fatigue, loss, and endurance. His weary eyes reveal both the suffering of battle and the silent resilience that carried him through. Queen Elizabeth II's cousins Nerissa and Catherine were declared dead, but secretly confined to a care home for decades. Their hidden lives reflect a darker side of royal history, where silence replaced compassion. A soldier breaks down in tears as a man beside him demands composure. His grief mirrors the truth of war, where the young, strangers with no hatred, are ordered to kill one another, while the old who command it never bear the cost. April 1864, New York. Disabled Union soldiers sit for a portrait at the Metropolitan Fair, raising support for the U.S. Sanitary Commission. Their wounds, worn with dignity, spoke louder than words, the cost of war and the resilience of those who endured it. 1952, after critics mocked her gown as cheap, Marilyn Monroe turned defiance into spectacle. Wearing a burlap potato sack as a dress, she proved that true allure wasn't in the fabric, but in the woman herself, confidence turning simplicity into legend. December 1945, the sudden death of General George S. Patton closed a chapter in military history. A fierce, controversial leader, he led U.S. forces to victory in World War II. Though lost to a car crash, not battle, his legacy endures as a fearless architect of modern war. Early 20th century, a man demonstrates Alexander Graham Bell's first telephone, an invention that forever changed human connection. Captured between 1915 and 1925, this photo marks the dawn of voices traveling across wires, shrinking distance into sound. Paris, 1950s. A man tastes Coca-Cola for the very first time. His curious expression mirrors a nation discovering the Cold Revolution. With fridges entering homes, Coke's campaign turned a simple sip into a cultural moment of modernity. Circa 1937, a Mongo shaman proudly reveals her third eye. In the heart of the Congo, the Mongo people honor ancestors, nature spirits, and shamanic traditions, blending artistry, ritual, and spiritual insight into daily life. March 1942. Aboard HMS Alcantara, a British sailor repairs a signal flag with a sewing machine. Even amid war, attention to detail and communication could mean survival, showing the quiet, essential work that kept the Navy running. 1953. Port Liget, Spain. Photographer Jean Duzard captures Salvador Dali in water, blending surrealism with reality. The image reflects Dali's playful, provocative spirit, where the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary through art. Born in 1890 in Poland, Stefan Bibrowski, known as Lionel the Werewolf, had hypertrichosis, covering his body and hair. He toured with Barnum and Bailey Circus, but also spoke 5 languages and dreamed of becoming a dentist. This iconic photo shows Private Theodore J. Miller returning to the USS Arthur Middleton after 2 days of brutal combat on Engebi, capturing the raw stress of war. A month later, he was killed during the invasion of Eben Atoll. The Eiffel Tower rises for the first time at the 1889 International Fair in Paris, a bold symbol of innovation and engineering that would become one of the world's most iconic landmarks, inspiring awe and curiosity across generations. In December 1945, a young German boy attempts to sell his late father's Iron Cross, a medal earned in World War II. Amid post-war hardship, the symbol of honor becomes a reminder of loss, sacrifice, and the personal cost of war. On September 29, 1944, in Calais, France, 7-foot-tall German soldier Jacob Naken speaks with a Canadian counterpart. Towering over most, his size contrasts the shared humanity amid the chaos of war, a rare human moment on the front lines. On April 26, 1901, Tom "Blackjack" Ketchum stood on the gallows in Clayton, New Mexico. A feared outlaw, his hanging went tragically wrong, resulting in decapitation. A stark reminder of the brutal and often chaotic justice of the Old West. In April 1945, a starving Dutch child laid flowers on a British tank entering her village. "It's all I have left to give," she said. The commander kept the petals in his helmet, a fragile symbol of hope amid the horrors of war. In 1923, behind the wheel of the Heffling Special, a young woman raced into history. With a fearless smile and determination in her eyes, she defied conventions of her time, showing that speed, skill, and courage know no gender. Bruce Lee, the legendary martial artist, lost only one fight in his life, at age 13. That rare defeat sparked a journey that would change history, as he began training under Wing Chun master Yip Man, shaping the future of martial arts. March 11, 1945, Lawton, part of a UK-Norway raid on Sorio in Finnmark, tries out a machine pistol. This rare moment captures the courage and determination of women who joined resistance efforts in the final months of World War II. In 1917, a German soldier stands ready, equipped with a sawtooth bayonet and armor. This image reflects the brutal innovations of World War I, where soldiers adapted to trench warfare and sought any advantage in the relentless conflict. On August 1, 1943, U.S. Air Force bombers roar over Plosti, Romania, after a daring raid on oil refineries. Of the 16 cameramen on board, only the one who captured this image survived, a haunting testament to the mission's peril. In 1950s, Gina Lollobrigida posed in a striking studio portrait, cradling a fluffy cat against a classical mural. The image captures her playful charm and timeless glamour, blending cinematic allure with a touch of whimsy. In 1930, George Burchett, known as the King of Tattooists, was celebrated for transforming tattooing into a respected art form. His intricate designs and mastery made him a legend in the world of body art. During times of chemical warfare fears, housewives were photographed chatting through their fences while wearing gas masks. This striking image captures the surreal intersection of daily life and the looming threat of modern warfare. In 1969, travelers at the Los Angeles Greyhound bus terminal could relax with ashtrays and coin-operated televisions. This photo captures a slice of mid-century American life, blending convenience, leisure, and the era's distinctive style. In 1961, James Zeewerg, a Wisconsin college student, was brutally beaten in Montgomery, Alabama, for joining the Freedom Rides. Denied help by white ambulance crews, he survived, insisting segregation must be stopped. He's 85 today. A lively scene from the 1960s shows a brunette gracefully bending backward in a limbo dance at a party. The carefree moment captures the playful spirit, music, and social energy of an era defined by fun, fashion, and celebration. In 1942, a German Luftwaffe Field Division soldier patrols the shattered streets of Stalingrad, MP-40 in hand. Amid the ruins and chaos of battle, an odd detail stands out. He's wearing a tie, a strange remnant of order in a world consumed by war. In 1870, the Colosseum and the Arch of Constantine stand as silent witnesses to Rome's ancient glory. Time and history weigh heavily on their stones, yet their grandeur continues to awe visitors, bridging millennia between past and present. February 1944. Amid the upheaval of war, a young Chinese soldier smiles confidently, rifle slung over her shoulder. Her courage shines against a sweeping landscape, a moment of hope and resilience captured amid chaos. Sergeant Jack Dorgan recalls a grim day in the trenches. An artillery shell hit his position, killing 2 comrades. Amid horror, he held the dying Private Bob Young's wife's photograph, a haunting reminder of humanity even in war. A member of the Women's Royal Army Corps proudly displays her new butterfly tattoo to fellow recruits in London during the 1950s. blending military service with personal expression and hinting at the small rebellions behind disciplined facades. Around 1933, Albert Einstein is captured with his son Hans Albert and grandson Bernhard Caesar at his summer home in Kaput, Germany. Beyond the genius, this rare family moment shows Einstein as a father and grandfather, sharing a quiet, personal side. Los Angeles, circa 1928, a bustling city street alive with streetcars, early automobiles, and pedestrians. Skyscrapers and ornate buildings line the avenue. Yet today, none of what we see in this image still stands, a vanished snapshot of the past. German military police on motorcycles patrol the harsh European front during World War II. Amid snow, mud, and constant danger, American forces pressed on, facing fierce resistance, yet refusing to yield. History remembers those who stood for freedom. Young soldiers, wounded and disabled from World War I, recover at the 4th London General Hospital in 1918. Their bravery carried them through battle, and here, amid hardship and care, they face a new fight, learning to live with injuries that changed their lives. In 1957, Gordon Parks captured this tense moment in Chicago, detectives forcefully kicking down an apartment door. The photo reflects the intensity of law enforcement, urban life, and the drama of justice in mid-century America.
Thanks for watching. Got an idea for a forgotten era I should explore? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to make it.